You know why I'm here. And I think I know why you guys are here watching me right now. I think. I haven't seen the episode yet, but I have a feeling I know exactly why you clicked on this YouTube video. And my guess is gonna be you guys are here because you want to see me react to Ahsoka. Chapter 13. I guess we'll find out if she's actually gonna be in the episode or not. I didn't look at the description of the episode or anything because I hate doing that. I want to just go into the episode as fresh as possible. No idea what's gonna happen. In the last episode, we found out that they were using the child to experiment on potential midichlorian blood transfusion of some sort, which is very interesting. It's still kind of stupid in the movies, but it's still kind of a cool concept. The concept of cloning Force users, you know. So my hope is we'll get to see some type of like Star Killer character at some point. That'd be dope. But yeah, Bo-Katan told the Mando to head to Corvus. He had to make a little detour last episode, but then he went straight away. He's like, nope, I ain't even landing. Sorry, guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. And he left. So that makes me think that this episode is going to start off with him showing up on Corvus. Like, oh my gosh. I'm just so excited. Like, I'm so, like, both nervous and excited at the same time. Because, like, man. Oh, this could potentially be what people have been wanting and waiting for a while now. Let's find out if it happens. Also, about last week, the one or two of you that subscribed to me over the course of the last week, congratulations. You kept the baby alive. If I don't get at least one new subscriber by next week, do I need to remind them? I don't know if I do. But if you cherish this child, better subscribe. Otherwise, that baby might not be there anymore on the next reaction. Anyways, let's do it. I think this is it. I think this is the episode. So katana. So katana. Yeah. All right. Let's find out. Oh, I almost had a little geekgasm there. I need to save it for when I actually see Ahsoka, okay? I'm relaxing. Holy shit. I'm so pumped for this. This is like a Asian inspired area. At least it gave me that vibes. The architecture. Whoa! Ah! Ah! Woo! they just kicked me right in the balls immediately. Ah! Oh, my heart is racing. That's so cool.
Show yourself.
New. Oh my god!
Then you know what I want.
You will learn nothing from me.
I won't give you that choice.
I'm like in shock. It's so amazing.
How many?
She looks so good. The prosthetic looks amazing. Ah! 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 I can't stop screaming. The Jedi. I need to chill the fuck out. But I can't, dude. I can't. This is way too fucking hype. This is way too fucking hype. Yes, it's the same planet. Fuck yeah. Let's go. I can't believe this is happening. What the fuck? Like, I think I might be more hyped than when I watched the Force Awakens trailer for the first time. I don't know. I don't know. I love his rifle. I want that. I want it. Does it just periodically shock them? Or is it like you have to stand perfectly still and not touch it? That would be worse. Because if it was periodic, you could your brain could get used to it. I really
Come forward.
like this Eastern Asian
For a
inspired
Mandalorian?
area.
Yes.
Is it Beskar? A Beskar spear?
Pure Beskar.
You can make weapons out of Beskar too? That's
You're the
lit.
Jedi.
He's such a badass, bro. Oh, this is amazing. Oh, this is amazing. I thought I got up this morning and I was like, bro, I'm so tired. I hope I have the energy to react to this. Dude, that thing intro woke me the fuck up. It woke me the fuck up. I'll tell you what. That worked better than the hour and a half of nonstop alarms that I went through this morning. I'll tell you that. Woke me up more than this fucking coffee. Man, this brought life back into me. I think I just gained 5 years of my life back. Is that who I think it is? Is it what was the owl called again? Fuck.
Let me see
I
what's out
can't remember, but it's the owl that chills with Ahsoka all the time. Wow! Oh, this is sick!
Katano! Bo-Katan sent me. We need to talk.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. What? This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in Star Wars since the Disney acquisition. I don't care. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. Ahsoka holding Baby Yoda.
Do you understand him?
In a way, Grogu and I can feel each other's thoughts.
Grogu?
Yes.
Grogu?
Grogu.
Coruscant. Many masters trained him over the years. At the end of the Clone Wars, when the Empire rose to power, he was hidden.
He's been trained?
Someone took him from the temple.
He was at the temple?
Then his memory becomes dark. A wise Jedi master named Yoda
He knew Yoda was it his daddy?
to wield it takes a great deal of training and discipline.
I've seen him do things.
So he's been smart the whole time. He's had a big brain the whole time, bro. He just doesn't know how to actually talk. Wow. This episode is changing so much of the Star Wars lore. Holy shit. Grogu. You son of a bitch. Communicate, like I was saying. It's like I've been saying from the beginning. They need to learn how to communicate. Dude, if they could learn how to telepath somehow, if he could learn how to telepath to him, oh my god. GG's. They're two peas in a pod. Ah, a little motivation.
Grogu.
You want it? Oh, he was trying to do it earlier. Yes.
Come on.
I love this.
Good job. Good job, kid. Protect you from all that.
It's
firepower.
really smart that they made her headpiece like small.
True.
Kind of like the younger versions of herself in the earlier seasons of Clone Wars. I was worried they were gonna make her look like the way she did in Rebels, where like her headpiece was like massive. I was like, ooh, that could be problematic, but it looks really good and it's very practical for like choreography and stuff. Like, I love that they're actually having her do like flips and stuff. Like, you know, she's doing Ahsoka moves. It's lit.
It's her. Sound the alarm.
Whoa, that was lit. Oh, that was so cool. She just jumped up the wall like that. Oh, that was cool. Oh, this is amazing. I knew that if they were going to give us Ahsoka, that they were going to go like as all out as they possibly could for live action. And they did. Like, this is absolutely incredible. I can't believe that they're executing this so fucking well. These motherfuckers running around close quarters with scopes. Lost Cat! Live action Lost Cat! Woo! That was lit. Ah! Like, we very rarely actually see, now that I think about it, we actually also very rarely see live action two-handed lightsaber fighting. Like, we saw Anakin do it in Attack of the Clones. And then there's Grievous, but he's a robot that was trained by Dooku, so. It's also very convenient that she has a Beskar spear, so she can actually, like, compete against Ahsoka if she, like, is good at fighting. So I'm going to assume that this fight's actually going to be dope. Oh, this is awesome. I feel like I'm about to watch Ahsoka fight Lady Masako. Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yes! I have chills. Lit! Flippity flips! I love it. Yeah, you don't fuck with Ahsoka with that classic move. She got it backhanded like that.
Sounds like you win.
gonna pull a Trixie? Pull a Trixie? With the pistol? Pull a Trixie? Yep. Idiot. Dude, that was so predictable. Like, good lord, dude. You fool! So predictable.
Where is your master? Where is Grand Admiral Thrawn?
Thrawn! Yes! Please let him be the next one. The next big character. Let's fucking go, dude. Don't you dare tell me Ahsoka's gonna be a one-off. Dang, so she's really gonna be a one-off? That sucks, but oh, it was so well done. Like, I don't care. I'm glad they did it. Oh, I'm so happy. So Thrawn's still like a bad guy doing stuff. So what happened to Ezra then? Like, I have so many questions. Where's Sabine? Where's Ezra? Well, like, how did Ezra separate from Thrawn? Are they separated? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's happening? What's popping? Just wow. Just wow. Dave Filoni, you son of a bitch. That episode's a 10 out of 10. Best episode from Mandalorian yet. Hands down. I don't know what to say. I don't. Like, okay. So right off the bat, I get smacked in the fucking face with motherfucking Ahsoka. Just literally the first 3 minutes, dude. Like, that made me freak, dude. I was freaking. I don't think I've ever had a geekgasm that intense. Ever. Like, holy shit. Insane, dude. So the reason why Ahsoka's there is because she's looking for Thrawn. The last time we saw Thrawn, he was also with Ezra. So something must have happened where they split off somehow. If Thrawn's still doing bad guy stuff. And either Sabine already found Ezra, and Ezra's like, yeah, Thrawn got away and he's just doing shit. So maybe Ezra will be the other Jedi that shows up to train Yoda. Why did I just say Yoda? Grogu. To train Grogu. He has a name. He's intelligent. He can communicate telepathically. He just doesn't know how to communicate telepathically with Din. If he can figure out how to communicate telepathically with Din, like, bro, they'll be OP. See, that's something I've been talking about. Like, I want, like, their ability to communicate to develop and grow. And it's learning that Grogu, you know, he has a history. He was taught by Jedi at the Jedi fucking temple. He was there. He was just a youngling. He was a youngling that would have been murdered by Anakin, but he was saved. Like, some Jedi just took him out of the, helped him escape the Jedi temple, because I don't know, whatever. But that's huge. That's huge. So all along, wait, I must have missed it. Did they confirm that Grogu was Yoda's father? No, I think he was just found. Oh my god, I forgot already. Okay, so I'm looking on Wikipedia. So he lived in the Jedi Temple. He was trained by several masters. He was hidden away. He learned to conceal his powers to remain undetected. And then I guess at some point he was somehow snagged by the Empire. Interesting. Very cool. So then he's all like, "Hey, Ahsoka, can you train the baby for me?" And then she's like, "No, he's got a personal connection with you, and that's gonna compromise his ability to actually be a Jedi." And he's like, "What do you mean? Isn't that even more reason to train him?" Like that was a very interesting point that he tried to make. He's like, "Well, if his personal connections and fears are what could cause problems, isn't that even more reason to train him to not succumb to those fears and whatnot?" And Ahsoka's like, "No, I've literally seen what happens when you ignore the fact that someone has a personal connection with you and they try and be a Jedi at the same time. It just doesn't work out. Because when you create fear of losing when you create that personal connection with someone, you fear losing them, and that compromises your ability, and that compromises and clouds your judgment and your rational decision making." And I know exactly who she was talking about. She's like, "I've seen it happen to the best Jedi, some of the best Jedi." Very definitely 100% talking about Anakin. Literally, he's like he's the biggest example of, hey, Jedi and deep personal connections don't mix. Obi-Wan is a perfect example of how Ahsoka and Obi-Wan are the top two biggest examples of how to truly be a hardcore Jedi. And Ahsoka's not technically a legitimate Jedi anymore, but the way that she approaches her connection to the Force and her training, it's like, and the fact that she was able to see the hypocrisy of the politics of the Jedi, and she just bailed on that, knowing that they were all too far gone in, their bullshit. And Qui-Gon was very much the same way. Like, he always just could see right through the council's bullshit. He's like, "What?" He's like, "Bro, what do you mean?" But the thing is, Qui-Gon was such a perfect mix of orthodox and unorthodox, but definitely leaning more towards unorthodox. But he was such that perfect blend of stern and lenient that he would, it's like Dave Filoni said about the Duel of the Fates. If he had not been killed by Darth Maul, he would have been the perfect master for Anakin, But the problem is he died, and then Anakin got stuck with being trained by Obi-Wan. And Obi-Wan was very much so on the orthodox side, and I think Anakin would have been better off being trained by someone who would have been a little bit more lenient towards him and a little bit more understanding of his history and how he feels, and taking into account the fact that he has personal feelings, because he had 10 years of his life to develop personal feelings for people before he started getting trained as a Jedi. He would also been and also Obi-Wan wasn't around when Anakin said goodbye to his mother. Qui-Gon was literally standing right there when he watched Anakin say goodbye to his mother. Think about that. Qui-Gon witnessed Anakin say goodbye to his mother, basically. Well, technically not for the last time, because he saw her again right before she died, but Like, Obi-Wan didn't witness Anakin say goodbye to his mother. Qui-Gon did. So Qui-Gon understands how Anakin feels about spending the rest of his life as a Jedi, knowing that his mother is still a slave on Tatooine. Regardless of that, Ahsoka ends up not taking the child, which, I mean, it obviously makes sense. The show has basically established that the two main characters of this show is going to be Din and Grogu. Yeah. I was about to say DJ, but no, it's DG. No. If it was I don't know. If he was Jorge, we could call him DJ. Ahsoka looked amazing. I'm glad that they, I said it before, but I'm glad that they chose, the smaller headpiece as opposed to, like, the kind of big-looking one that they had in Rebels. Even though technically it should be bigger, because the older you get, the bigger it gets, I'm pretty sure. Because it was super tiny when she was, like, a teenager in the earlier seasons of Clone Wars. And then you can kind of see, and then it clearly is, the spikes are taller and everything. It obviously grows, by season 7 of Clone Wars. And then in Rebels, it's like freaking massive. And then it just shrunk back. But they obviously did that because that's live action and they needed to do that to make filming her easier. Because if they made it this big thing, it would have been really hard to keep it solid on her head and make it look like it's actually, like, what it's supposed to look like. It's got that kind of weird, I don't even know what type of texture or material it's supposed to be. Like, it's not hair, but I guess it is hair. It's a weird alien hair that's all one solid kind of thing. It's weird, but it's also really cool looking. Her makeup looked amazing. I was wondering, I'm like, are they gonna give her like colored eye color lenses? And they did, and it looked good. I mean, it obviously looked like color lenses, but it still looked like, but like, you look at the whole thing, it looks like her. Like, you don't, like, there's no believability is taken away when you look at her. Even, like, especially when she's fighting, she looks amazing when she's fighting. Like, the color, the lighting of the lightsabers is perfect. The sound effects are spot on, obviously. You could buy like, anybody, any normal person could, if they had $800. Yeah, normal people that just have $800 to toss away could buy a lightsaber that can perfectly replicate, those exact lightsaber sounds and stuff. I've seen it. I want one. But, like, the choreography of her fighting looked really good. I kind of had wished that during, it's not a legitimate criticism because it really didn't bother me. It genuinely didn't bother me at all. But I think it would have been really cool if when Ahsoka was dueling that chick with the Beskar spear, I wish the scene had just stayed with them and just played out the entire fight from beginning to end. And just kept it, because like they kind of had like that really classic samurai style standoff almost. And it gave me mad Ghost of Tsushima vibes, because Ghost of Tsushima starts a mini cinematic whenever you're about to start a duel, and it plays out almost the exact same way, like shot by shot, damn near. It was kind of weird. It gave me mad chills. But when you set up the fight like that, and you start off really slow, and they're slowly walking towards each other, and she ignites her lightsabers. They're taking off their capes. They're taking their time, and then they start fighting, and then 5 seconds later you cut to the dude chirping at Mando. It was fine, but I kind of wish that they would have kept the hype and the momentum of that 1v1 going, because they spent all that time building up to when they actually start clashing, and to kind of keep cutting away from that every 5 to 10 seconds it kind of breaks the momentum of the fight a little bit. So I mean, it would have been fine to cut back and forth a couple of times maybe, but I feel like they maybe did it a couple. Maybe my criticism is they did it one or two too many times. Like if they had kept it down to like maybe once when she loses her lightsaber in the pond, and then like another time when she finally goes doom and is about to say like, yo, where's Thrawn? So this is cool. It's very cool. So I hope that Ahsoka looking for Thrawn becomes a thing that we see later on, and hopefully it's not just going to be like a comic or a book or something. That would be disappointing because I don't really read those. And it's just in the context of Star Wars, yeah, like the comics and the books are very, it's perfectly fine to expand Star Wars lore through that media. Because I mean, I like to write myself. I want to write a book series at some point. I'm working on it, but it's gonna take a while. But like in the context of Star Wars, I prefer when the lore of Star Wars is enriched through TV shows or the movies. That's just how I feel. But yeah, that episode was awesome. She told him to go to a seeing stone. So he's gonna go somewhere and Yoda and I keep saying Grogu. I keep saying Yoda. Grogu is gonna look through some type of seeing stone, and it's gonna basically potentially send out some type of basically a force sensitive beacon. Like a beacon that says, hey, I'm force sensitive. Is there anyone else out there that's force sensitive? And then maybe a Jedi will show up. See, the problem is Moff Gideon is still chasing down the Mandalorian. And there's 3 episodes left. So I feel like Grogu's going to get kidnapped again at some point. Either in the next episode or episode 7. One of those 2. It's going to happen. I'm just trying to think if there's going to be any other Jedi that are actually going to show up in this episode. I feel like I feel like Ezra right now is one of the more likely ones he'll find. Luke is another one, or maybe an apprentice of Luke, or someone who knows Luke. That could be a thing. But the thing is, I feel like they're not going to do that because it's live action. And I feel like doing a CGI younger Luke would be too weird. I feel like people wouldn't like that. I feel like it'd be a little too weird. Kyle Katarn could be one. That's a possibility. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But that was an amazing episode. It's like each episode just episode 4 is probably my least favorite of the season so far. Not because it's bad, but because the other ones are just amazing. They're all really good. So right now, Ahsoka episode is the best one. I'd say the Krayt Dragon episode is the second best, and then the Bo-Katan episode is the third. So I guess my hype for Ahsoka is will fade away a little bit. Just because now I know that she's just a one-off, one-episode character for this season, which is actually fine. It's not that big of a deal. I feel like a lot of people are going to be, like, mad. They're like, really? You made us wait till episode 5 to show us Ahsoka? And then she's only going to be in one episode? Fuck you guys. The Mandalorian. Shut up. Shut up. It was amazing. Shut your mouth. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens next. We'll have to see which episode will be the Moff Gideon confrontation. We'll have to see if Bo-Katan shows up again, because she's looking for the Darksaber. So she's definitely going to be relevant again. She has to be relevant again at some point, because she's after Moff Gideon, and Moff Gideon is after the baby, Grogu. So yeah. And then, but the possibility of Ahsoka showing up again, I'm willing to bet next season. I have no idea how I'm going to edit this. There was so much. Definitely, it was great. Your name's Grogu, huh? Goddamn.